if you're watching this, chances are you've tried 2 or 3 different business models, haven't had the best results, but are still grinding towards making it every single day. So what I'm gonna do is Thanos snap all of the complicated info you've been told and give you a simple step-by-step guide for you all to finally get ahead and hopefully reach Elon status. And you're gonna start doing all of this by not picking a high income skill. You heard that right. You're used to gurus telling you to start dropshipping, SMMA, or Amazon right off the bat. But in reality, you're still broke. You have no idea of what you want to do, so you need to start earning money any way that you can. I sat at this very desk every day for 2 years straight editing videos for people, which is what I'd recommend all of you to start doing. See, you're not gonna get paid that much. Anywhere from like $50 to $1,000 a commission, but that's on the high end if you're the GOAT. What editing taught me though is how to get in the world of content creation that I'm now making all of my money with. See, I was working at the beginning for free, making no money, but I was just learning how to make better videos. And that eventually went from $10 per video, $20, all the way up to a few hundred, and sometimes, just sometimes, a couple thousand. But let's say you don't want to edit videos. Maybe you're a bit more on the creative side and want to design for people. Either way, it doesn't matter. The gist is you want to trade your time for money at the beginning. See, everybody I worked for when starting out taught me many valuable things about how to run a business because I was being hired by them. I used the months and years of me working as an employee to learn my way around these industries and eventually become the one who hires people. These are valuable skills that you can only really get if you get time on the field. This can't just be taught to someone without experience. That's why I say at the beginning, low-key, forget that time exists. You just want to waste as much of it as possible, and down the line is when you're going to start earning money back for all of that. After I edited for like 2 or 3 years, I started not only getting paid more money, but the people I was working for were more famous and were way richer. And through doing all of that, I literally started to learn how to kind of run an operation because they were doing it. This then led to me quitting and inspiring me to start my own business, and that's where I am today. So for all these gurus who tell you working a 9-to-5 job is bad and being an employee is the last thing you want to do, please block them, because almost everyone who's at the top right now and is self-made had to work for people and gain knowledge and drop their egos. But let's say you've been in a service-based job like this for already a few years now. What you need to do, if you haven't already, is take advantage of the people around you. You may not realize it, but a bunch of the editor or designer friends you have right now are worth a few $1,000,000. And that might sound insane. Why would a random friend of mine be worth 7 figures? Well, a pretty funny story I have is that most of the guys that I worked around back when I was working for these creators are making anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000 a month now, and that's just because we came up together. See, these people are much smarter than you think, and they're low-key all on the same path as you. They want to be successful and they want to make a ton of money. So keep those people close and ride with them to the top, because you need a solid group of people around you. And honestly, once you're making a lot of money, it's harder to come across real people. But that's besides the point. If you're listening to this, you've now scaled your service-based job to a couple $1,000s a month, which isn't hard to do, and have made some good friends along the way. There's this saying called conscious learning, which I used the whole way up, which was whenever the person who hired me told me to do specific changes for certain reasons, I would try to pick his brain on why exactly he asked me to do that, because when it was my time to shine and make content for myself and my channels, I would use those exact same steps to tell my employees. It's kind of a cheat code if you think about it, because you've kind of infiltrated a high-level operation that you can now steal all the secrets of and use yourself. Okay, maybe that's a little bit immoral, but we can put it in kinder terms but still do the same thing. So let's say you're now cooking with this service-based business model and you're starting to make connections with the people around you and your employers. This should also come with the fact that you probably have a few hundred or a couple thousand stacked up. This is now when you're gonna make the play from being an employee to starting to be a big G. The real money is now gonna start coming in. And now the question is, what business model do I choose and go for? There's too many. Well, to be honest with you guys, there isn't a right answer. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and give you a biased answer saying YouTube is the best business model, don't choose anything else, because quite frankly, it's just not true. Dropshipping works, SMMA works, everything works. It's just about what you think you're most talented in and what you want to enjoy doing the most. Me, it's content creation, and I think if you're watching this video, it might be the same for you, which is why for this example's sake, I'm gonna say you guys should get into YouTube. I'm gonna list off some pros of the business model and also some cons so you guys can come to your own decision without me interfering. The first pro with YouTube and content creation as a whole is that this business is starting to become what every brand cares about. Honestly, more and more companies are not spending money on ads, but instead are making organic or original content to promote their products. That just goes to show that even these guys are hopping on the automation wave and making videos to make money with real items. They don't even care about the AdSense, which is still thousands and thousands of dollars a month. Like I've told you guys before, I have friends making anywhere from $50,000 to $500,000 $100,000 a month on YouTube and these other platforms. So if you don't think you could even capture a small piece of that pie, then you're crazy. Mr. Beast is someone you should look at as kind of an example. In every podcast he goes on, he keeps saying YouTube is the future.
Because YouTube's not going anywhere?
And for someone who dumps in millions of dollars every video, that's some pretty good conviction that it will last for quite a while. I kind of take that as my philosophy. If the people at the top are so confident and are spending millions of dollars on it, then I think I have a pretty good chance of doing well. So the first pro is that these industries are moving in this kind of YouTube social media creation direction, just like I have. But the question is now, Daniel, do I start a brand with my face or do I do one without? I'd recommend doing without because that's how I've made basically all of my money. For those of you who don't know, faceless content is when you post videos online without showing who you are, what your name is, or where you live.
Chill, everything top secret.
It's just a voiceover talking about a certain topic with some nice animations and editing on top. You can do this for short and long form content. And I'm not really going to recommend you one or the other because they both can make money and both have pros and cons. I've made money with both, so I'd recommend you guys do the same. The cool thing about social media as well is that you could scale this so far that eventually you don't really need to work and focus on it every day. But at the beginning, you will have to. It's going to be a lock-in session of having to grind, but this is what you signed up for. You went from a business model that required a lot of your time and not that much money to now shifting into something that's still going to require time, but the amount of money you can make is endless. Guys, this is where the millionaires and billionaires are made. You want to be sleeping and being able to print thousands of dollars a day. That's everybody's goal. Now, once you've started your channel, it's honestly time to scale, but you need to meet people in the same industry as you, which is why you gotta get on Twitter and Discord. These two platforms are the best for connecting with people in the same space as you. There's countless servers with just thousands of people in them cranking YouTube every single day, and there's thousands of Twitter pages doing the exact same. You want to be around people doing a similar business model to you so that you can learn from them and pick up on their mistakes. Imagine how much faster you could improve with a group of 4 or 5 people rather than just you figuring out every problem on your own. And guys, the coolest thing about content is that you're not just going to be making money from the AdSense that YouTube or any of these platforms pay you, and the plaque isn't even going to be your coolest achievement. You want to start launching products or info products out of the content you make. For example, one of my friends runs a self-help YouTube channel showing people how to become healthier, get better skin, and kind of, get jacked. And what he started to do is sell fitness plans out of his YouTube channel. And guys, I'm not joking when I say this. He's making maybe $5,000 or $10,000 a month from YouTube AdSense, but his actual fitness and workout plans are making like $50,000 to $100,000 a month. Don't underestimate the power of selling things to people, especially if it's valuable, because that's where honestly most of the money is made. And there's a simple formula you should follow for this. Sell something that your audience is gonna want, use that money to make better content and give more value to them, and then just repeat the process. Honestly, people overcomplicate making money so much. The only thing that's hard about making money is the uncertainty. I promise you. So guys, that is honestly my blueprint to the pretty simple way to start making bank. It's not easy, but what it is straightforward. It's just about taking time and locking in, and you're gonna get there. If you enjoyed this, subscribe. But if you guys want more in-depth and raw videos of me, I share those 2 times a week on my newsletter. I answer private questions, I'm completely upfront about all the businesses I run, and just try my best to help you guys. It's like my little community. It's sick. But like I always say, I will see you guys next week.